Gwyneth's husband. I'm curious to hear about the condo stuff.
We posted it too. I'm going to talk about it here.
We're going to talk about it now. We're apparently close to up and running.
We got the notification.
It's always a wild adventure. What is that?
I haven't got the bump yet.
You haven't got the notification yet?
Did you put it on our KW page?
Internal page.
Yeah. I love that she's asking me if I put it on the right page.
No, she's asking. He's asking me.
Oh.
She's asking. She's asking me. Yep, we're in.
We're there.
Yeah, I got.
We're
I got
on the
bump.
YouTubes. We're on the Face Spaces. We are here, Latte with the Leader. We are having conversations with all of our ALC members for 2026. We have Carole Goodwin here, which is fantastic. Fresh off stage, which I heard you killed, which is fantastic.
I mean, I wouldn't go that far.
I heard good things.
They laughed at the end.
I heard good things.
They clapped at the end when I left.
They clapped. They were like,
no. I heard you were fantastic. We're going to get into that. We're going to talk to Carole, get her whole story, find out about comedy night. Of course, Brad Kelly is here from Movement Mortgage, and he's been in the green room reading his Cliff Notes. And Carole was like, "What are you doing?" He's like, "I'm going over some stuff." She's like, "But you're Brad. You know all the stuff." He's like, "I have new stuff." So Brad and his new stuff. It has been a few weeks.
Yeah.
Usually, Brad was on a cadence of I have to have something important to talk about once a month, and then we started doing Coffee with a Capper on a weekly basis. We've taken a couple weeks off. There's been a hiatus, but Brad's back. Brad Kelly, new stuff, condo based.
Yeah. So, just want to actually read this because Carole, I adore you.
Words for
but
words.
you kind of proved my point. We had posted this on the internal Facebook page the other day, and she's like, "Oh, you did?" And she's like, "I want to really listen to this because this is going to be important." And so, which tells me that I don't know how many people read what was on the Facebook page, but this is huge stuff. Like when with regards to condos, and so just want to make sure you guys are aware. So this is conventional only. Okay, so this is Fannie Mae, Freddie Mac. They just announced changes. So insurance related changes are roofs may now be insured on actual cash value. Replacement cost value is no longer required, which is a slight improvement. Replacement cost coverage sufficiency is met with replacement cost estimator, extended replacement cost, or guaranteed replacement cost riders. So these are all insurance coverage things. Inflation guard is no longer required, which is an improvement. The per unit deductible cap, increased from 5,000 to 50,000. That's, those of you that don't know, that's like 10 times where it was, and coverage is required on borrowers' HO6 policy. So those that don't know what an HO6 policy is, it's a condo policy for borrowers, so basically it picks up from where the master policy leaves off. So usually one side or the other of the sheetrock is kind of where things come into play. So those are the insurance changes. Project review changes. Projects, they've increased this one. So projects with 10 units or less are now waived for full project review. There's a list. It can't be, unavailable / ineligible in their systems. It can't be part of a master HOA that then pushes it over the 10 units. It can't be a condotel. Those of you that don't know what a condotel, feel free to ask, but basically it's what used to be a condo that now is turned into condo. I mean, it used to be a hotel. It's been turned into condos, but it's still got a rental desk in it where they rent it on a weekly basis. Yeah, a lot of them have. Can't be involved in insolvency / bankruptcy proceedings, and it can't be in need of critical repairs or under evacuation orders. Okay, that's on 5 to 10 units. PERS, which is like a system for these things, is no longer required for new projects in Florida, which doesn't really affect us that much. Investor concentration limits are no longer restricted to 50% for established projects. So that's a positive. That basically means you can have more than 50% renters in a project if it meets the qualifications now, which has always been a hard stop. Okay. So if anybody doesn't understand that, feel free to ask me further. This is the big one that is a negative. Limited / streamline reviews are no longer allowed after July 13th. Okay. So that is, I won't lie to you, is 75% of the way we do condos conventionally probably is limited review, because you only got a few questions you have to answer. So basically what they're doing is they're saying, hey, we made some tweaks to the positive, but along with that, we're now doing a full condo review on condos over 10 units, condo complexes over 10 units. So if you've got too many people that are late on their condo dues, it won't qualify. If your budget stuff doesn't work, it won't qualify. There's a lot more involved with that review process. So just be aware this is coming, okay? The other things that are also kind of a negative is the budget reserve contribution in the budget for the condo association went from 10% to 15% as of January 4th of 27. So like 6-7 months later after the change in July. And then a reserve study will be acceptable to support budget contributions of less than 15%, which is basically somebody's gone through and provided a reserve study on a condo, which most condo associations want to. So that no longer having a limited review and that increase in the reserves required for condos is significant, and it's going to come into play in July. One of them comes into play in July, the other one in January. So like, if you're dealing with condo complexes, be prepared for this, especially starting later in the summer, because this is going to have a big impact on qualifications.
I'm glad we got started early. There'll be a quiz.
Yeah.
Closer to 12 o'clock. Were you listening?
I already have questions.
Yeah. Yeah. So like I said, I posted this on Facebook. Feel free to call, ask, text, whatever you need to do to ask questions. I'm not going to lie to you. I'm kind of reading from what the changes are at this point in time. We'll see how it impacts things as it goes. But if you're involved with a condo complex, like you own one and you're on the board, or you're somehow managing one or dealing with one, this is important stuff that needs to be passed on to that complex, because a lot of these complexes may not qualify now for financing come, the middle of the summer.
Well, okay.
Go ahead.
Well, I'll just call him after, because I have many questions.
I love that you said that. Yeah, if you've got questions, comments, or concerns, you should reach out to Brad and his team, 603-396-3198. You'll also be joining us on Wednesday in Meredith.
Yeah, I'll be in Meredith again. I'll probably say this again.
There'll be some more condo talk.
Because I want to make sure that you guys all know this is coming. There's also, I will tell you, there's some other stuff out there, like VA changes that are positive are coming. There's some other positive stuff that's going on, but this condo thing, I just wanted to get ahead of, because it's a big deal. So,
sure.
All right.
Excellent. Brad Kelly, Movement Mortgage, 603-396-3198. All your condo questions. And you're going to call them later. I'm shutting this off. Now, you have to understand, you guys can't see. They're not on camera.
There's something about Harry Potter on there.
I've got the news over here.
Finding Harry on HBO.
I've got the news over here, which unfortunately she can watch, and her eyes keep darting up there. So I'm shutting that off. But the two adults in the room are going to leave the 55-inch. We're going to keep the Masters going. Because I care about you. I feel like you're important. I'm not getting pulled away by what's going on the fifth green right now. Hang on, let me watch for a second. That's what you've been doing the whole time. Are you here?
Wow. You guys have such a
Look
great
at her.
relationship.
Look at her. I'll shut it off. There. Now it's just us.
I'm looking at the reflection. Okay. All right.
Harry Potter was distracting you.
What am I supposed to watch now?
Brad's like, I'm leaving now. I did my condo thing. I'm out.
Gas station.
I'm so gone. Anyway.
Okay.
We always start this way, so I just need you to bring everybody else up to speed. Get us from like high school graduation to when you decided to jump into real estate. And you can cliff note a little bit if you'd like. You can leave out the women's prison, although those are some interesting stories.
Those are some good stories.
Yeah. Tell us all about that. Where did you grow up? Let's start there. That's what
I grew up in Massachusetts.
Asshole.
On the 495 belt.
Yeah, kid.
I was born in Tewksbury, adopted, grew up in Lawrence. Then we moved to Methuen when I was 16. Hated it. I liked Lawrence so much better. The school I moved. Yeah, yes. I moved my senior high school year we moved. So I moved and started my senior year in
And
a new
honestly,
school. And it was
in the window
worst
in
thing
which
that ever happened.
you were growing up, I was growing up at the same time over in Chelmsdale, and Lawtown had just Lawrence was, we called it the city of fire. It was a fire.
There was a big
There was
fire.
a fire once a week.
Yeah, but the one across, when I was growing up, there was one across the street, and I just was going through, my mom passed away, and I was going through her box of photos, and I found photos from that. I mean, like a whole block burned down. It was wild.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, so we moved to Methuen senior year, changed schools. That was terrible. I hated that.
Why did you hate that?
Because it was just like all my friends, all my people were gone.
Yeah.
You know?
It's in your senior year, right? You know, it's hard.
So those were like all my people.
Yeah.
And I'm actually going to my, what is it? Like my 45th reunion.
They stopped counting.
25th. I don't know what it is. Anyway, April 25th.
At the reunion, we're going to have a tree cut down. You just have to count the rings.
Seriously. And it better be a big tree. So
yeah,
a lot of rings. Yeah.
Yeah. I just had 30 for college.
Yeah. Maybe. I don't know. Yeah. It's a lot. It's a lot.
Yikes.
So I didn't go to, I didn't like roll into a 4-year, university thing. Like that wasn't, we just didn't, my parents didn't push that. Like they didn't, they were in the process of like getting divorced. So like everybody was kind of focused on like their own survival, and I started working. I started working at a hospital right out of high school and fell into a medical career for 13 years of like, or 15 years, whatever, of like medical billing, nonprofit mental health agencies, managing psych practices. My last job doing that was I was managing a psych practice in Wellesley, Massachusetts. I worked at Exeter Hospital for 5 years and as a financial planner, helping people who had any kind of a patient balance, whether it was after insurance, workers' comp, anything. So, and I loved working at Exeter Hospital. And I loved working in a hospital setting.
When did you start at Exeter Hospital?
The years all blur together.
No, my grandmother used to work there, so I was wondering.
She did? What department was she in?
She was, I don't know, a little all over the place, but I know.
Was she like admin?
She was, I believe, a nurse. But I think she worked there for a long time. So like, I think she had different roles through the hospital. So
it's very different now. I mean, with all of the construction that they've done, like it's totally different. So where our offices were, we reported to the VP, and our offices were right across from what used to be the oncology. So like it was like down on. So you went in the entrance that you still do, but then you walk down to the right, and that's where oncology was right across from our offices. But anyway, I truly loved working in a hospital.
After that,
she got stuck with you, and life sucks now.
No. I moved.
So if you're looking for a new lender, call 603-834-2856.
I kind of feel like that's where she was going.
I have a list of people that I actually like.
I feel like that's where she was going
Brad
with this.
Kelly, the big brother nobody asked for.
I used to love my life.
Oh my God.
And then,
listen, I'll give you credit.
Yeah.
This one just delivered me. Is this White Heron?
Yep. Technically, they changed their name in
what are they
Elliott to
now?
Chickadee, the small bird. Their Portsmouth is the big bird, White Heron.
And the other location is
Chickadee.
You're kidding me.
No.
Okay.
No.
Yeah, this is from them.
Pistachio cold brew.
Cold brew, pistachio. Yeah, I love that. I appreciate it. I'm enjoying it.
So
she
he
does
can
care
only be
about me.
minorly mean to me.
What's that?
You can only be minorly mean to me today.
Sure. Whatever you say.
So I left the mental health practice in Wellesley. I was managing in, I think, 99, because it was just too far. And I honestly, I hated the practice. I didn't like the people. I didn't like what they stood for. They just weren't my people. It just wasn't. I was like, I can't come to work every day. So I quit. like without having a plan. I was like, okay. And I've never done that before. Like I've literally been working since I graduated. Like I've never in my life not worked. Like I've
What's
never.
the oddest job you've had?
This. No.
I was going to say that, but I already got yelled at once.
No, the oddest job I ever had. Well, no, it wasn't. It was just. It was a non-job. I worked after that. I don't even know how I fell into this. I think I was. Oh, I was So I was waitressing. Like basically for almost the first time in my life as an adult, I started waitressing. I waitressed once at a breakfast place when I was like in my 20s. I don't know. And I started waitressing.
I would love for you to roll up. I can picture Brad and I in there hungover, and we just want to get breakfast. And you're like, "Why would you order that? That's stupid."
But it was an Italian.
Like if you were in an edgy mood, I won't say a bad mood. You've never been in a bad mood. You've been in edgy moods before. I can imagine you coming over and just reading somebody the riot act if you were like just annoyed by their order, which of course is for them to consume. Like
no, I wouldn't be annoyed by their order. I'd be annoyed by them. Like if anyone like snapped their fingers at me. Woo, Lord.
Who's doing that? Brad just snapped his fingers.
Lord.
Off mic, of course. Oh, did that happen?
Oh yeah. It didn't go well.
How about whistling? Is that better?
See, I'm
Whatever you would ask for, I would huck across the room. I would even take 10 steps back before I threw it.
Hey, sweetie, hot sauce.
Hot sauce? Here comes your effing hot sauce. And I don't have a good arm, but I'd make it good that day.
Oh, that's great.
I feel like your good arm would be your.
I don't have a good arm.
Okay.
But I would try real hard.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would throw it hard.
Okay. So you worked at a misogynistic diner where people snapped at you and whistled.
Yeah, that was a long time ago. So then I muscled my way into Cafe Mediterraneo, which at the time used to be on Fleet Street.
Yeah.
And they're still dear friends. I sold Adele a condo at Point Place in Dover a few years back. He now owns La Dolce Vita in Dover. Fantastic restaurant. Little plug for him. Go there.
Sure.
So that was on Fleet Street, and I muscled my way in, and they literally. So I thought they're Moroccan, right? They're from Morocco, and they're so lovely. And I thought not like seeing. I would always see them outside. I was Munir outside, and I thought they were Italian, and it was Cafe Mediterraneo, right? So I assumed it was Italian, right? They're just dark skinned Italian. So I'd walk up and be like, "I want to work here. I want to work here," and they were like, "Yeah, we're not hiring." Like.
Go away.
Off. Yeah, go away. So literally, they kept saying that, and I kept walking by, and I didn't know anybody really in Portsmouth,
from Lawrence.
Yeah, and so I had moved to Portsmouth, not knowing anybody. So, and I would just walk by, and I was sassy then. I was like 30, 29. Like I didn't give a shit about it. I was like, whatever. So I kept going by, and I was like, "Are you hiring today? Are you hiring today? When are you going to hire me?" And he was like, "Fuck off. Like, get out of here. Get out of here." And then finally one day I was like, "Hi, it's me again." And he was like, he was so sick of seeing me come. He said, "Show up at 4:30 and wear black." And I was like,
fantastic.
Yeah. So in working
because he did the math, and he's like, "I'm going to have less engagement with her as an employee than I will as a prospective employee."
Yeah.
Yes.
And now like we're dear friends, and it's, fantastic. And it's been years. So I met a girl there at the time named Kim. We became really good friends. And she said, "You should come and work with me across the street or down the street with John Hauschild." I don't know if John, he would never hear this, but this great guy, I don't even know what he did. He had this little company.
If you say nice things, we'll send it to him. Go ahead.
I don't even know what our company did. It was called Newcastle Technology Advisors. And it was John, a guy named Bob.
I like Bob.
Who I don't know what Bob did. I don't think Bob knew what Bob did.
He was the cleaner.
Like he just kind of followed John around. And
okay.
Kim is a web designer. She has her own fantastic web design company now. It's been years. She's great. And she asked me to come and work there. And I didn't know anything about it. I was like, "What? I don't know what I'm doing."
To do what?
And I literally sat in front of a computer all day long, and we were above our office. It was right above Jumpin' Jays, and we had that whole floor. and we literally did nothing. And this was back literally
It's
like,
like Mattress Firm.
I mean, I'm sure like maybe
Haven't
she
sold
did
a mattress.
something. Yeah, maybe I think Kim did something, but like I literally did nothing. And I just got a paycheck every week. And then on Fridays we would go down the decks and have lunch like for the whole day. And you know what that was
Old
like.
Fairy Landing?
Oh my God. Yeah. Like,
Jimmy Juice.
Yes.
yeah, I can't even look at a Jimmy Juice.
Oh, you can't drink them anymore?
I can never drink more than one. I'm
You
a
shouldn't
lightweight.
drink more than one, but that's not
I
my
mean,
question.
yeah.
That's
What is the
quitting.
hair that what's the hair that bit you? Like everybody's got their thing that they
there
drink
was
in school.
one thing when I worked at a nonprofit mental health agency, and I went out after. We worked at the Grog. I don't even know where we were. We worked in Newburyport at a nonprofit mental health, and there was an attorney named Jim who worked there.
Not Bob,
and
but Jim. Yeah.
we went out one night after work, and it was Goldschlager.
That tracks.
All I remember seeing I was in the bathroom, and I remember seeing
Puking up gold flakes.
gold flakes. And it was like
On the wall.
like on the wall of like the
Oh.
stall, like the cubicle stall.
That's awesome.
Woof.
Because I was like, young, and I was like trying to keep up with all the. I was out with the attorney and the
Yeah.
psychiatrist, and
Yeah.
we're
Mine was like sophomore year
I don't
of
drink.
college, and it was Southern Comfort.
oh,
Like I can't even
smell
look
it.
at a bottle of SoCo now. Just yeah.
I mean, I
would-
don't drink.
I think the one thing that doesn't agree with Brad is water. Right? Is that
Vodka. Vodka's always
you
been
can't
my.
do vodka?
I can,
Oh, okay.
but not.
I can. I
But
shouldn't,
not
but I
not
can.
like vodka's always been
Yeah.
the thing
Yeah.
that gets me. But
But you don't have that one that like at UNH freshman year it kicked your ass and now you can't ever touch it again or see it again or taste it again. No, all right.
yeah, I can
So
pretty much,
strong.
I can pretty much drink
So
anything.
muscular.
No, I just
Goldschlager and SoCo. Okay, so you were throwing up gold leaves. Go ahead. Back to Bob. I want to go back to this Mattress Firm job over Jumpin' Jays. Where you
So
did 60 Minutes ever show up? Like, what were you doing? You must know
I
now.
literally did nothing. No, I did nothing.
You still
And
don't know what the company did?
No, no.
What?
And I got my brother is a tech computer guru. He had his own company for a while, and right before he had his own company, I got him a job he did something at Newcastle Technology Advisors. I did nothing. And so John thought I was really funny. Like he just thought I was really funny. And I'm like, yeah, because I'm sitting around doing literally nothing all day long except annoying myself, like just amusing myself and everyone who works here. So he thought it was really funny. And this was back in the time, this was like in 2000. So there wasn't all of this like, the cams and social media and all this stuff. It was like YouTube, right?
Sure.
And so his idea was, he was like, and I had never even heard of this. He was like, I'm going to put a camera on your computer so that people can just watch you all day. And I was like, watch me do what? Like,
I still don't know what my job is.
I don't do anything, And he wanted to make up like flyers and posters, and like he wanted to like wallpaper Portsmouth with the Carole cam. And I did nothing. That was the weirdest job I ever had because I didn't do anything.
Did anybody watch?
I don't know.
Did you have one fan? You had the only
I
fan? Not pluralized?
And it was John.
It was
I
John.
don't-
Yeah, that might he trail cammed you.
No. No. He
Okay.
and his wife Michelle own the company. It was just
What did she
dumb.
do?
Like
So how long did this last? So
too long.
You
He
were
paid me for doing nothing for too
You were
long.
like the
I took his
company
money.
jester. You were just there to keep them
I was
amused.
just I didn't do
Joe
anything.
Pesci, I make you laugh.
Yeah, I was
Okay.
like, this is great.
Okay. But you honestly, right now, 2026, could not tell us what that company did. How is that a thing?
Something-
I feel like we're questioning you and you're trying to tell the feds that, like, I don't know. I didn't see anything. Like, what was going on? This is really Mattress Firm.
I don't know.
Like, what is going on at Mattress Firm?
I don't know.
Nobody in the parking lot. They're not
I'll
selling
call
mattresses.
Kim after this. Someone call Kim Egonis and ask her what Newcastle
I would like to
Technology.
dial her in right now. Phone a
Oh.
friend.
What is the
Google
name of the place?
Somebody look up
Are they
Newcastle,
still going?
Newcastle Technology Advisors and see what they did.
If they were in tech in 2000, they're probably, and no judgment, but like there was obviously a big bubble and a burst, and the tech bubble. I don't know if a lot of companies held on for dear life.
I can't imagine.
If they've been going for 26 years and you don't know what you did while you were there or what anybody else was doing.
There's no way they're still going.
Were they building websites?
Maybe.
Okay.
I wasn't.
So
I didn't know how to build a website.
Where did we go after that?
So after that, I was like, I'm a Gemini. Like, I need to talk to more people than Kim doesn't need to. And Kim and I were really good friends, but I needed to talk to more people than John, Kim, and Bob. And I wanted to do something. You know, so I went to cosmetology school. I was like, you know, I'm a Gemini, so I'm like, you know, into the whole recreate. We have a news flash.
So
it still exists
in 2011,
and they have a website that actually says about us and what they do.
Shut up!
And she had a ton of time. She could have read. You could have read this. Go ahead, Brad. Let's all find out together what Carole did for a few years.
We are an efficiency-sized, full-service business technology and design firm for more than 25 years. Newcastle has helped businesses, organizations develop and implement customized business technology solutions that work.
What does that mean? I still don't know what it means. I still don't know what they do.
Oh, my head hurts. All right, beauty school. Where'd you go? Thank you, Bradley.
So do you know how they say efficient? That means as one person, it's John.
It's still John.
Okay.
And an empty chair with a camera on it waiting for you to come back.
So I went to cosmetology school while I was working still at Cafe Med. And then while I was working at Cafe Med, I met two lovely women. One of them was the owner of Soho Salon and Spa in Rye. It's still there. The other woman,
What do they do? I'm just kidding.
They're a full service spa.
I'm joking.
It's lovely.
Well.
And I worked, and we hit it off right away. And I said, "Oh, I'm in cosmetology school," and we were all three of us were Gemini, so we were best friends right away.
Yeah.
And they said, "Come in and start like shadowing," and you know, so I worked there right out of school and worked there for I don't know, maybe 6 years. Then from there, I moved to. So that was, you know, when you're working there was an employee, you know, you were a salary, employee-based job. I was like, well, I'm going to spread my wings a little bit and I'm going to be self-employed. I'm going to go rent a chair. And so I worked at Envy Hair Studio in Portsmouth and worked there for, I don't even know how long, very long time. Then Travis and she was closing that because she was moving to Florida. So Travis and I moved and got our own place in Kittery. And I've been there since 2011, maybe. I don't know. And then I got married in 2012, and my sister-in-law, Carole Goodwin, you may have heard of her.
Oh.
Yeah, she's lovely. She's
amazing. You're both good ones. I hadn't done the
really
math.
Amazing.
Hadn't done the math.
Yeah, she's amazing. She's the owner of the Haven Homes and Lifestyle team, of which I am a member, happily, team member. So she started the company and the team, and my mother-in-law, Kathy, who was previously working for the senator, like she, you know, she's had so many different, worn so many different hats. She knows everybody. So it was a natural, smart thing for her to do. I keep looking at you and not at the camera.
You don't have to look at the camera.
Okay, I'm just
the
looking
cameras
at you.
are just placed in front of us.
Okay, like, I'm just talking to you, and I feel
that. Yeah, if you want to go on like a Macbethian monologue, stare at the white light in front of you. Otherwise, I mean, I'm just excited. You haven't looked at the. Yes, yeah. Shut the TV off. Keep going.
So Kathy got her real estate license and was doing it for a few years, maybe. I don't know. Time just. It doesn't compute in my brain anymore. That's left the building. So she was doing it and enjoyed it and was, you know, doing a great job. And she said, you should get your real estate license. And I was like, no, I can't do math. I'm highly allergic. Like
when Nate said that to me, I'm like, do people just do that in the middle of their life? Like, what's happening?
I'm like, you know, how old am I? Like I was, late 40s, you know, and I was like, you know. So I
know not everybody can see this. She's matured so much. She's in camouflage Van sneakers and a hot air balloon shirt right now.
I was going to tell her that I loved her balloons, but I felt like that was inappropriate.
You cannot do that. We are holding on for dear life. See, now yep, there it is. Yep. Oh my goodness.
Can they see my
And
Can they
everybody
see
just,
my- hot air balloons? Hot air balloons
Can we move on?
on my blouse. I'm wearing a blouse today for
A
Tim
blouse.
from the warehouse in Portsmouth.
God.
So she said you should get your real estate license, and I was like, that's ridiculous. But she said, but you can do referrals to me.
Oh yeah.
You know, I mean,
Sure.
good. You know, good on her.
Well, you've got people in your chair on average 60 minutes ish at least. You've earned their trust. I mean, I think if you're sitting down with another human and you're entrusting your appearance to them, like you've got massive trust with these people. And I think to litter, if you started to, and I know that you obviously now you've got your own clients, but like at that point, you could just put up like Allie's newest listing and people are sitting there like, oh, what's that? Like you would have cleaned up if you only did that. But like obviously you at one point decided to lean into it a little bit more and do real estate.
And I will say, though, I mean, I did find that there have been people who've been turned off by that, who like don't want to talk about it, and they only want me to fit into their box, like of this box. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you're here to cut my hair.
Yeah.
Yes.
So
Yeah, I got you.
yeah. And anyway, so I took the test. I think I did New Hampshire first, obviously. I did Shannon's class. I couldn't have loved it more. I was so excited. Like I was terrified at first. And then getting into the class with Shannon.
Shameless plug for Shannon, by the way.
Shameless
Next
plug.
Wednesday, after All Partners, she is teaching another CEU in Meredith. So mark
I
your
just took the one
calendars.
she
Yeah.
did in person, and it was so nice to be back in the room with her. And, you know, for someone who
She teaches effortlessly. Yes.
She
if she can get
tells
you
how
to
do-
pass the
if she
test
can get
and me to
me
pass the test, yes.
If she can get you and I to pass the test, then she's
Yep.
doing
if,
God's
if Ricky
work.
has 6 apples
She's
and
doing
Stacey
God's
steals
work.
3 apples, I'm moving the beads on the abacus. I'm like, holy
Yep.
shit. Yeah.
Yep.
Meets and bounds. Meets and bounds. Read the deed. Go ahead.
That's 43,560
Stop.
feet and an acre.
How many balloons do you have in your blouse?
How many balloons in my blouse? I don't know.
Holy cow.
I'm not even going to say anything.
Roll.
I'm just going to keep going. So I think I failed the test the first time, or maybe I passed the test the first time but failed Maine the first time, whatever it was. So in December of 2018, I got my license in New Hampshire. March of 2019, I got my license in Maine, and joined the team.
Any desire to capture Mass with all your roots down there, or would you just obviously you've been referring?
I've thought about it, but
Yeah.
I've been out of there for so long. I still have like not that many. Still have some family that lives down there, but the reason I don't is because I don't want to, nor do I have the time to be being like, oh, I have to go to, you know, Haverhill for a showing today, and you know what I mean. Like,
no, I completely
and
You
appreciate
don't
that.
want to open that door.
there's people
Most
that
people
do
are like,
that
I don't
wanna
want to
do
sit
it.
because if you're a masshole and my parents' house is still in Chelmsford, like you have to navigate that beautiful, delicious piece of 495 that goes through Lawrence, which always has traffic.
Mhm.
You're either dealing with the sunset in your eyes or whatever. There's always traffic, and I think people.
Well, you're getting through the tolls
Whether-
too, which is a pain in the
whether-
summertime.
we're
Forget
talking
it.
about 495 towards where you and I grew up, and also the 95 strip. But I think there's people like, I just don't want to go down there. The paperwork's so wildly different. I'll just refer it out. And then you got people like Sue Doyle who grew up on the North Shore of Newbury, and she's just like, it's a lot easier if you just ignore the speed limit, and that's what she does.
We've been having that discussion at my
Doyle
household.
knows everyone in law enforcement, and it felt like I was doing 70. Is I think what she says most of the time.
I'll just refer out. I have no desire to do it.
Yep.
So I started referring people. My first deal came from I don't even know how I got it. I got an email, and it was through like Lone Wolf or something. It was through I don't even know. She
Probably
came
our
through-
IDX
It
feed.
was
I think-
it was
Yes,
like
yes.
it was a weird, and I was like, I
That's a
didn't.
computer thing, by the way.
Oh,
Yep.
okay.
Yep. When you were above Jumpin' Jay's Cafe, if you had turned your computer on, it would have probably been there as well.
Oh,
Prodigy.net. Come and knock on our door. Keep going. All right.
That's probably what I was doing all day. I was
Yes.
watching that.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that was a condo in Farmington. It was with Sue Kenyon. She called me. I had
Great
to get
first
a
deal.
new.
That's awesome.
Yeah, and I had to
The Kenyons
get.
were my last deal. Which
Really?
was a blessing. Yep.
I had to buy it was my first, I had to buy a laptop. So I went to Best Buy because I had like an old
And you got the
computer and it
nicest
died.
Chromebook you could find.
No, so what did I get? I don't know. I don't know what I got. And so I was buying a computer and Sue Kenyon called me because, I know why. My computer had died like while I was in the middle of writing an offer, my first offer, and I was losing my ever living mind. And so I went to, somehow I got it off and done, and Lisa probably helped, and Allie, and I don't know what happened. I blacked out. So I'm at, Best Buy the next day.
It was
And
the Goldschlager.
It was the
I blacked
Goldschlager.
out.
And so I don't drink. And so Sue Kenyon called me to tell me that I was under contract, for my first deal. And I stood there bawling my eyes out in the middle of Best Buy like a flippin' idiot. So
And I'm sure Sue was
And
like,
now
"Oh,
you're
this
like-
one's going to be an easy
Now, you're
one."
like, now I'll get a nicer computer.
yeah. Like,
That's
give me
awesome.
the best one you
Right.
can, I'm
Yep.
a real estate agent.
Yeah.
So that was really exciting. And then, and being on the team I've only been on a team, so I've never been a solo agent.
Mhm.
I love my team. They're my family. I couldn't do anything without them. I don't know how to do. I say this to people and they're like, what? I'm like, I don't know what Lisa does. I don't
There
know.
are people for that.
There are people who are smarter than me who know how to put
Well,
things in
No,
command.
that's not actually true.
I'm supposed to.
You're smart in the way that you have people that do the things that you don't do.
Leveraged. Yes.
Yes.
Lisa Bolthiel is probably one of the best Swiss Army knives in our entire 463 company. Like,
Truly. Like she
Yeah.
should be teaching. She's going to kill me for saying this, but she
Oh.
should be teaching contracts class.
Yeah. Make that.
Gary?
Make that. Yeah. Yeah. Bolthiel's going to start. Yes.
Yeah. I mean, she's just.
Now
she
now
loves
will
the
not take my
paperwork.
call.
She will not take your call.
Yeah.
She's blocked you already.
Yes.
She knows the contracts. She knows the systems. She knows, she catches everything.
She's married to Jason Bourne.
She's married to Jason Bourne.
Yeah.
Truly. Seriously.
Where is he right now?
No one knows where he is. He's in
the
the
Strait
middle
of
of the
Hormuz,
ocean.
right? He's on a boat in the Strait of
Don't even,
Hormuz right now.
yeah.
I'm telling you, 1,000%. Snapping necks. It's fantastic.
Oh my God.
Nobody knows what he does. But anyway, yep.
It's in the middle of the ocean. So that's what I know.
Wherever he is.
Wherever he is. Yeah. He's a Swiss Army knife. She's a Swiss Army knife. She's
Yeah, for sure.
my Swiss Army
Yeah.
knife.
Yeah.
We will not share.
Well, and you guys also have the additional layer too, and you guys have been in a relationship with Naj for a
Naj.
while. And
Yeah, we have Naj and
Yep.
he's fantastic. And Allie has, she's worked really, really hard for years to put together incredible systems that work, and everything is very streamlined. Like nothing is left to chance. Nothing's like, there's no winging it. There's no, hanging by the seat of your pants being like, well, let's just see if, everything has a system and a really detailed system.
Yeah. It was Bruce Hardy, who is Australian. He is out in the Pacific Northwest in Washington State. He's a regional director. Most people that travel have probably seen Nathan talking to him at some point. I always embarrass myself and go up and remind him that I'm married to an Australian. And he's like, and yes, Timothy, I'm married to an American. And he's like, he's so
Is
bored.
he Australian?
He's so bored with me making that connections. Yes. Oh yeah. He's like, g'day. If you've ever, yes. So he tells the story in the 6-person perspectives about if you practice consistently, if you're consistent about working on your craft, you may have butterflies in your stomach, right? And if you have butterflies in your stomach and you're an amateur, they're scrambling all over the place. If you have butterflies in your stomach and you're a professional, they're flying in formation, right? So I think to the point where,
Wow,
like
I love that.
yeah, when Allie would, if she were here, would admit that at one point, like all the systems weren't perfect. It's been a while that you guys have been crafting.
There was a
Haven
time
and
when
making
she
it make
started
sense.
on day one too.
Yeah,
and,
4,000%.
yeah, and she, I don't know if she started. I think she started on it. She was on a team as well, and
Yep.
all teams are. I always say this.
Kelcourse Productions. is
Team,
when she started,
teams
yep.
are all, made differently, and
Sure.
so she decided to go out on her own. And then, and over time, she's, we learn by making mistakes, or we learn by, just, learning from other people. And she's done a lot over the years to refine things and, take like the best parts of, because we do so much education and all of these things. So we have so much information available to us. So she's, taken the best pieces of everything, tried and true. And, we have our systems and models, like within, the systems and models of,
Well,
the
when
greater.
when you take a best practice, which is what Gary's teaching us from the Red Book, and then you refine it to make it make sense for Haven Homes, that's when it becomes a unique practice. The challenge is when we get away from it and it turns into a bad version of like the telephone game, and we keep teaching unique practices, because you guys will always hear me say on the Quick Start, I'm not here to tell you how to run your business. I'm here to offer best practices. I think sometimes we just get away from the actual model, and then it starts to get, for lack of a better term, like bastardized, and it falls so far away from it.
But that's the thing. So that's the thing. If you don't follow, like we use Brevity.
Yep.
And so there are these, not smart plans, but they're auto plans that she's worked with our ops team, our past director of operations, VA, Naj, Lisa, Allie, has worked really hard, like for a really long time. I mean, they worked for like months, a year, 2 years to create these auto plans for basically like, I don't want to give any secrets away, but basically
yes,
like,
God forbid.
Yeah, I mean,
because our marketing is better than everybody else's marketing.
I mean,
that's why the homes sell.
Exactly.
Or it could be the price.
Exactly. It could be the price.
Could be the price.
But like,
and no offense to anybody's marketing.
Well, and no one's gonna sit.
Yours.
No one's gonna sit in this chair and be like, "So here's what we do."
No, people do.
Here's
it all the
how
time.
What I'm saying is, we have.
And you know why you can do it every time? Because you could tell 100 people exactly what you're doing. 6 of them are going to take notes. 1 of them might start to implement.
Well, if they even listen to it.
That's why we have this altruistic spirit at this company.
Right.
From education to implementation is a long, bumpy road. And most people are like, "Shit, what are we getting for lunch?
And
Let's go get some Goldschlager."
I mean,
I made you puke a little bit in your throat right then. Oh, cat gag. Good for you. Keep going.
Yeah. So basically, if you have a listing, or a seller client, or a new buyer client, or a prospect, whatever, there's an auto plan that you set up like under that.
Yep.
So that if you follow, it's going to tell you like, so there's no ball dropped. Like you should be doing this. If
Allie M. Jones, exactly what to do.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
exactly.
Perfect.
So, and if you don't do it, then that's where you're going to have problems, and that's where you're going to
be a challenge.
have balls dropped.
It's always that way.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean,
follow the
they're
system.
there for a reason.
Yeah. Follow this. With anybody, it happens that way. Like, like my world's, and where it always happens. And this is I talk to people all the time about this is it's with the people, like your family and your friends and stuff. You're like, oh, we're tight. So I'm going to treat them differently. Yeah. And then it gets screwed up and you're like, why did you get screwed up?
Yeah. Because I treated you like a friend, not a client.
Yeah. But that's truth. Like it happens. I'm not saying you did it. I'm just saying
I didn't do it.
No.
It was ages ago. We had an agent come in and she's like, "You got a minute?" And I'm like, "I do." And she sat down and she's like, "I don't know how I just didn't get my friend." And I'm like, "Talk to me." And she had gone over and it was understood she was going over. They were going to talk and then she was going to stay for dinner. She gets there and of course her friend's like, "Hey, you want a glass of wine?" She's like, "Can't do that now. Let's have a conversation." But she did not go. And we always talk about the kitchen table or the dining room table, but go at a place where you can put the paperwork down and be professional, right? But
we just talked about this at
we do this
something in the training room.
And people are guilty of this all the time because you drop the veil and you're like, "Oh, this is my friend. It's different." And the mistake she made was they went into the living room. She kicked her shoes off and she was professionally dressed. This individual agent is always professionally dressed. She was professionally dressed, kicked her shoes off. Her and her friend have their feet up. They are not imbibing because she explained to her friend that we gotta get through this. We can enjoy something afterwards with dinner. And but she kept it super chill and super casual. And when she circled the wagons with her friend then got in a different direction.
Because she didn't feel like her friend was professional.
And I can't stress it enough. Like that, we always say kitchen table, but like the table's the important part. Like have the meeting with them, make them feel like a client. And if we don't do that, we're only playing into that headspace that they have, that we're all just running around. Like I always joke, like everybody thinks you guys come in here and like Nate's got pony rides and soft serve ice cream and he's handing out bags of money and phone numbers. Like there's hard work. There's a lot of hard work. And if we play into that caricature of what everyone in America thinks we are, and especially when you go over to visit your friend and they're like, oh, like, I don't know what she actually does. And you go and it's super chill and you sort of skate through the paperwork. She lost her because she didn't treat her like a client. She didn't give her that service or that guest experience that, you know, like the Four Seasons talks about.
Right. And how do you expect that person to refer anyone else to you?
Yeah. Because when the brass tack shows up, you're still going to charge your fee. And the house they're about to buy still has 2 decimal points in it. Like it's all of that is very serious. You know, and you can have the relationship. Yeah, there's a pot roast going, there's a bottle of wine waiting, but like be a pro in the moment, you know, and that's where she lost her. I'll never forget that. And nobody should ever forget that. Like when you're sitting with a friend, got to treat him like a client. You just,
you almost have to go extreme the other way.
You just had one of our former agents in yesterday to talk about some finance stuff. And like, you got to have an honest conversation with them and be a professional in that moment. You know, you can talk family and shoot the breeze after the fact. And it's not that you can't weave it in. But sitting on a couch and you know, and everybody's got their feet up on an ottoman.
How do we end up on the how do we go down this
You
rabbit
had
hole?
mentioned the systems and how when you get outside the system and the model,
it all falls apart. Everything goes off the rails.
Yeah, that's where it happens.
I don't have to really,
the most.
I don't have to dot all the I's, cross all the T's. This is Steve.
You do.
Yeah.
You do. You always do.
If anything, you'd need to do it more.
Right, exactly.
You know.
Truth.
So at what point do you decide, okay, I love the industry I'm in. I've joined real estate and I want to get this plane higher in the air than the, like you at one point finally said, I'm going to go do this now. This is going to be a thing. And you still do hair care. You still have like fantastic clients that you'll always serve them, right?
I won't always serve them.
What if they snap their fingers at you? Hot sauce,
some of them are. Some of them.
Hot sauce.
Brad snapping his fingers. There are a few.
You've got a handful of clients.
There's a handful that I still do.
Yes.
Yes.
I said enjoy, and you're like
mostly. I've been really good about. I've got to give myself some credit for.
Yes, ma'am.
Losing the ones that I wanted to lose.
Yeah.
Good.
I did a good job of being like, we're
wonderful
done here.
Leverage.
We're done here.
Yep.
Pretty sure that our time here is done.
Yep. I have carpal tunnel. I can't cut your hair anymore.
I don't like you anymore.
Oh, did you use that language?
Here. I mean, in a nice way.
Please tell me what I don't like you anymore in a nice way is.
Yep. Bless your heart.
Well, I just kind of made them leave without scheduling them another appointment. Bye. Have a nice year.
Fantastic.
Have a nice summer. Yeah, I mean, I don't care. I'm too old to. I have to be honest.
Your bucket is empty. You're out of. Yes.
Yeah.
I got you.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
And what was that transition
like? It just kind of happened. I mean, I think it was.
COVID.
It just kind of happened.
Well, and if I remember, you got to a point where your role at the salon was getting in the way of your next logical step with real estate.
I had to, yes, because I wanted to. I feel like I've always had. I feel that I've always had really good work ethic. I've never not worked. I never would call in sick. I mean, I would work when I worked at Exeter Hospital. I think you could call them now and say, how many times did she call in sick? And they'd be like, she didn't, maybe once. Like, I have good work ethic.
We don't have to call the tech company. They just have the footage of you sitting at your desk.
They have the video. They have the video of me just sitting there.
Yeah.
So I wanted to, and I was really excited to dive into everything that the team was doing and to learn. Like, I really want to learn, and I really wanted to learn from the people that I was around and the smart people, you know, the smartest people in the room, right? Like, I have a lot to learn, and I had a lot to learn from Allie, you know, and from the other agents on the team. And we had, you know, and from the market center. And so I wanted to be available for like all of the open houses. You know, I wanted to do all of the things. I wanted to be involved in everything and be everywhere and help and just, you know, be everywhere. I wanted to be there all the time so that I could learn and hear every single word. And, you know, and so to do that, I couldn't work on Saturdays anymore. So that was kind of, I think that was the big shift. And that's honestly where I lost a lot of my clients because they work during the week and they work people. And they work far away and they can't, you know, so they were Saturday people. So I lost a lot of my business. I also stopped doing weddings.
That was your thank baby Jesus there.
Oh my God. Yeah. I mean, you can make, I mean, I made a lot of money, but
no, thank you.
There's nowhere I'd never want to be again. In a room with people who are getting married. Like it was the worst thing ever. Said with love. I hated it. They were just dreadful. Dreadful. Some of them were lovely. Some of them were dreadful. However, I'm just glad I'm not doing that anymore.
Yes. Yep.
Yeah. So I just wanted to, I want to do all the things. You know what I mean?
What was your scariest moment in all of that? Like you're making the change now and then you know, Saturday gets dropped. Because I'll always argue, and dual career, we've had Nathan Fredette on, like you can rock and roll, and he's convicted that he's going to do both, and that's just what he does. You decided to dovetail out and obviously focus on real estate, but there's got to be that moment where you're like, you see the plane you just jumped out of is starting to fade away, and you're like, okay, I'm in this now, but this doesn't have everything I had over there. Because I would argue you could have a paper route with 3 houses, and you're like, I make $4.13 every 2 weeks, but I know that money's coming in. So like the consistent income, as small as it may be, or as small as the blanket is, it still sort of covers you and you know it's there as opposed to the promise of what it could turn into. So what was your scariest moment when you were making that change? Like, oh shit, did I screw up here? Or did you never have that?
I never was afraid. Yeah. I'm at the salon very little.
Yeah.
And there's a comfort in being at the salon in terms of like the physical space and the people. Like it's something I know so well. It's so comfortable just walking in there. It's just, you know, and real estate is not, you know, it's not that, right? It's different all the time. What was I going to say? I was going to say something.
What was the biggest challenge for you in this industry? Like I know obviously with the salon, you had to find clients, earn clients, keep clients, and it's the same, but it's wildly different because, you know, I know somebody going to the salon and drop a lot of money, but they're not dropping a 30-year note. Like, so what was your biggest challenge? And like, how do I convert that skill set and my Gemini to making this happen? And what works for you best? Like what has built your business for you? Because if we're being honest, team or no team, we all have to go hunt and kill to make sure we're bringing value to our team or to our individual business. So what would you say is the sharpest arrow in your quiver?
Relationships.
Okay. More though. Like tell me more about that.
I really try and make people feel like I really care. I really care about relationships. I'm very loyal, like to a fault, and honest to a fault. Like I'm never going to lie unless
I can't have you back next Saturday because I don't work here anymore. I don't do weddings anymore. I love Goldschlager.
I love Goldschlager. Yes.
Didn't even blink.
I'd rather die.
Yeah.
I just feel like at my age, I don't have time to screw around. I almost said a bad word. I don't have time for that. So I have to be the best that I can be and do the best that I can. And it's very different. And it is most people, everyone's, largest thing they'll do in their life financially.
Sure.
And there's been a shift. I mean, people are people, right? And there's been a shift in the world. Like the world is, it is what it is. It's worlding. It's doing its thing. It's worlding, and people are peopling because the world is worlding, right? So I think I'm really grateful for all of the support and education that I've personally dove into, that I have dove into, with the things like exactly what to say, and Matthew Ferry and Bold, just all the things.
You went to Family this year.
I went to Family, and just learning so much. There are so many different ways and different perspectives in how we can speak to people, and how people want and need to be spoken to and treated as could be vastly different, wildly different. So you have to really be able to be quick and light on your feet. You know what I mean? And that's something I think that I'm always learning and working on. Right.
Well, and if you haven't enough of
whatever
those
room you walk
conversations-
into, you don't know what you're walking into.
Sure.
And who you need to be.
It's our job too to make sure when we walk in we're the thermostat, not the thermometer. We have to set the temperature.
Yep.
In self-protection, right?
Yep.
Because if I walked into the room and half the room is a bucket of jackalopes, I'm like, I don't want, to your point about earlier, stepping away from weddings and all that kind of stuff. I want all of you to have enough conversations that you get to be selective and discerning about who you're going to pull into your life, because good or bad, but certainly on the bad side, if you're working with a fascinating human being, you're bringing that negative energy home. Like that's always been my concern as your coach, is like, what version of you is going home to the loved ones that you left? You left the house today to come here and to go deal with all these humans.
Dog.
To create, yeah, correct. To create Petunia, right?
Olive.
Yes. Olive.
Petunia.
Oh, what am I? Petunia stuck in my head. Olive.
Olive.
There was a
But
dog
I'm
on
gonna
the
call her
news recently
Petunia.
named Mushroom, but all right. I don't know. I had Petunia in my head. I don't know. Anyway, she's so
As
insulting.
if.
Goldschlager.
Olive.
That'll be your new dog. Olive. Yeah, the energy you're bringing home, like that's going to be a direct correlation to how you're spending your time, And if we're having enough conversations, we're like, yep, and using that language of, should we be a fit? Should we work together? As opposed to be, in the mindset that you're clawing for your next client, your next buyer, or your next fascinating buyer who can't make up their mind and never calls Brad and never gets qualified, but wants to see every house. Like that's on the other side of having all those conversations and leaving yourself open to the opportunity, but not attached to the outcome. And that's a huge challenge. I think, in this
that's
industry.
the thing that's, when you're starting out, that takes a long time for you to, like the old bold law that was my favorite that they retired was keep your emotions between the lines. Like when you're starting out, you can easily every 5 seconds be so excited and so upset and so excited and so upset. And
I hate to break it to you. I'm been in the business for how long, and I still have those waves. Like as much as you hear the, it's not the results, it's the actions that drive your business. Like the results are nice. We all deal with it, right?
Yeah.
Ups and downs and waves, and like, oh my God, is that the last one I'm ever gonna do? Like, what about another one? Like we all go through it.
Yeah.
And especially, I mean, I'm kind of thinking through your timeline. What, 2019? So basically, we're through COVID when it was insane, and then you came out of COVID, and it was like, oh, what do we do now?
Yep.
Like that's been the hard leap for a lot of people,
For sure.
and that's been all you've known,
I'm really, really grateful that I was licensed before COVID,
right?
and I started learning before COVID. And I think it gives you such perspective. Or gave me perspective.
We had a lot of people that joined the industry because they were reading the headlines and housing was a video game. And they came in when it was a video game and appraisals weren't happening, inspections weren't happening. People were signing the back of a cocktail napkin, and now we're back to the real work, right?
Yeah, I mean, you can, I remember I was talking to someone, I think the other day, I don't know if it was Bold or where it was.
So many educational opportunities.
So many educational opportunities, I forget, truly. Because I've done all of them recently.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm going to take a beat.
That's why she put her balloon shirt on. She's leaving.
Yeah, I'm getting in my hot air
floating
balloon
away.
and I'm busting out of here for a bit. So
Boston. Right.
I'm just going to work.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm not going to actually just work for a while. Yeah. See what happens. I'm going to try it on.
Give it a shot.
Give it a shot.
Give it a shot. Do some things.
So I was saying, back in the day, we would do, back in the olden days, we would write in 10 days for an inspection and like no one blinked an eye. Like it was a thing, and
the olden days.
I was talking to a client. I sent a listing to a client this morning and we were talking about it's just a thing. And they were like, well, we don't think that house is worth $670,000. I'm like, this is going to be their first home. And I was like, okay.
Yeah.
Like, okay.
Sure.
And I said, what causes you to think that? And that's all I said. And they were like, well, this other house, and I was like, that was in a wildly different town. It was a very small house. Like it's not the same.
Yeah.
This town is always going to be higher than this town. So, it's just, educating.
We're living in a tough market for like first time home buyers to like actually
I know
swallow.
I'm one of those first time home buyers and I'm like, well,
good luck.
Yeah. I guess I'm going to, stay with living on my yoga farm for a while and enjoy free yoga. Yeah.
So you've done a lot of things this year that you hadn't done in the past. You went to family.
Yes.
You decided to join the Green Bubble Club. You got rid of your iPhone. You're back on Android. You've got your sundial watch, which I love. Look at that. Show the camera. Show the camera. Is that like
I can actually see it.
Is that a 50? Listen, kid, I completely get it.
I can literally read. I texted you this morning from
I was waiting for her
my
to do this.
It's wonderful. But you stepped out of your comfort zone before we go today. You stepped out of your comfort zone and you were on stage earlier this week. Talk about that. You get the call from the Seacoast Board of Realtors. Would you like to do comedy night?
And I
heard you're funny.
Said,
she's very funny.
I stupidly said yes. I'll send it to you. It's long. Yeah, it was hard. The class was hard. It was 6 weeks or 5 weeks with an actual comedy.
He's a good guy.
I love him.
Fantastic.
It was hard. People are like, oh my God, was it so fun? No.
No,
none of it was fun. People are like, oh my God, but you're so funny. You think you're funny until someone's like, yeah, that's.
I went to a comedy show this weekend, like professionals, and some of them weren't funny. So you're fine.
Some of them should be selling real estate.
Some of them
should be doing appraisals. Yep.
Yeah, going back to family real quick. It was my first time at family. I loved family. I think the hardest thing for me with family, which isn't hard, it's just a matter of time. Like I haven't had enough time, but is implementing all of the things that we wrote down that I got carpal tunnel from and recorded. Like I have so many recordings on my phone that some of them I just wanted to be present and I wouldn't write and I just would hit record,
Yep.
I loved it. And I will go again.
What's the thing that you got back and started? What change did you implement first? That was easy. Like, okay, I can do this when I get back terra firma in New Hampshire and make a change in my business.
In small ways, I will say social media. And where you and I are going to be working together to implement being on the ALC and being on the career development committee with you. I'd like to, Tim and I are going to be bringing a social media panel. Gary?
Okay. you heard it here first.
Oh, are we supposed to be not talking about that?
No,
yet?
I'm joking. You told me about this. I'm just screwing
I know,
with
but
you.
okay. So Tim and I, there were a lot of things that a lot of incredible things that we learned from social media, from incredible people, on how to make really, for lack of a better word, like dope social media, like really good looking social media, so that it's not just like you posting, a dumb picture of, like not a dumb picture, but a picture of a house with like a price on it. Like, okay, like that's not engaging. People are scrolling right by that.
Come to my open house. I have a balloon.
No
and
one
2
cares.
cookies.
Yeah. I have I got here a hot air balloon.
I really want a cookie right now.
Yeah, no, Brad wants a cookie.
Brad wants cookies.
With his vodka.
So we're going to be working to bring a series to the Market Center. A series. It's going to be a series.
Be on Hulu.
With incredible people who work here, like Sam Catterall, Kate Grassi, Mike Gagnon, a bunch of some of the like Malachi, the youngins, the kids who are really good at this stuff, and do specific
actionable
actionable.
Leave the room today. Go do this now.
Yeah, well, literally, like while you're watching the class, open up your laptop, do this.
Mhm.
I'm going to pause while you do it. Okay, now do this. Oh, look at that great
Mhm.
post you just made, or
Mhm.
social, you know. So social media was huge. So that, and I really, really am a big Phil M. Jones fan. I'm a really big fan. Watching him like actually do objection handling with people in the audience at Family was wild. It was amazing. So great. And so easy.
Mhm.
You know, it's simple.
Keep
Success
asking
is simple,
questions.
not easy. Yeah.
Keep asking questions.
Yeah.
If you go back and talk to yourself on day one, give yourself some advice on day one, what would you go back and say? What
Blank,
guidance would you offer?
Blank, blank. To myself.
Mm-hmm. Well, yeah, to you. But if you had a chance, you got people watching and listening who are getting started.
Have
Yeah,
patience.
in real estate. Yeah.
I mean, have patience.
In real estate.
What was that look for?
Don't do the nine shot of gold.
My
Don't
first,
do
yeah,
the nine
yeah,
shot of
that's
gold.
what- that was my first thought.
When you get down to the gold, it's empty.
Be patient and just give yourself grace. And don't, as much as we can say we don't, like we're not competitive and we don't want to, you know.
You are.
We are. And just don't. Because what do you always say? The thief of joy.
Comparison
Comparison is a thief of joy.
That's not me. It's somebody else. But
Yeah, just, you know.
one of the pithy quotes.
Yeah, be patient.
Yeah, I think too many people march around and they compare their insides to everybody else's outsides, and everybody's going to put on a smile. You know, I mean, when we pass in the hallway, it's like, "How's it going? Good, good." Like, you know, and he came in today. He's like, "How's it going?" I'm like, "So good," and that's me, obviously, apathetically, just being like that. And he's like, "You sure?" And I'm like, "No, no, lots going on." Right?
Goodwin's coming in. I mean,
Goodwin's coming in with the pistachio. Yep, lots going on. The class for you that's been probably most impressionable for you, like the one that if somebody,
Here?
yeah, I mean, in all your real estate experiences,
contracts.
I love that you just said that.
Contracts.
So does Jason. So does JB. So does Nate. Go ahead.
Truly.
Yeah.
I'm in contracts class every week unless I literally can't, like physically can't, literally.
You said
He
it.
hates.
If we had
he
a check,
hates the word.
listen.
Hates the word literally so much.
It's you could extract it for the current use in the United States of America. Literally is like 3 exclamation points. Think about it. The next time you use it, because I've got Kaylee now. Because I said this on the trip. I said let's keep
That's
score.
when it started.
Yeah,
That's when it
I
started.
said this on the trip
on the plane.
and it's nonstop. And if you think about where people are placing that word, you could extract it, and it's not really adding any value.
No, and it's everywhere.
I literally just ate. You could just say I just ate. And more often than not, we're not going to go down a wormhole, but here it comes. More often than not, when people say literally, sometimes they mean figuratively. But we don't have time for that because we're heading into midday protocol. Literally heading into midday protocol.
We're literally heading into midday protocol.
You're welcome. You're welcome. Thanks, kiddo.
You're welcome.
Thanks for hanging out.
Thank you. Thanks for.
If people want to connect with you for a referral or just to scrape your brain for knowledge, what's the best way for them to reach you?
I'm licensed in Maine and New Hampshire.
We love that.
Yep. My phone number is 603-978-3090. My email is my name, Carole with an E, Carole, Goodwin @kw.com.
Carole Goodwin.
Ding.
Perfect. Now, normally I would have everything up there, but AirPlay wasn't working. So I'm going to do the best part of the show for everybody. I'm going to block my camera while I shut us down. Yeah, look at this. So good. Everybody's enjoying this. Where's my stuff? We're taking off. See you guys later.